Do you remember when you are driving on the road and it's a sunny day and the air in the distance seems kind of wavy? Or when you are sitting at a campfire and the air right above the campfire is somehow blurred? I always questioned this as a kid, but now that I have all of the knowledge that I need to explain it to myself, and I believe you do too, I never bothered to do so. And even though I'm not the smartest person of all, I tried to break it down into few simple terms to be able to explain it to you. Since the air is hotter, it has more heat. And heat is just a form of energy. And that energy actually transforms into speed. So the molecules of the air in the hotter air are a lot faster. But because they are faster, they tend to push into each other a lot more. And because they push with faster speeds, they actually push a lot stronger, and because they push a lot stronger, they actually start to bump into each other into much bigger distances. And what this causes is a much lower density of the air because it's just a lot more spread out. So the density of the air only depends on how hot it is. And because the hotter air is actually getting created on the ground where the heat is coming from, the lowest layer of the air actually has the least amount of density. So what it automatically does is it starts exchanging with the layer that is above it because it has more density. So it exchanges. And once it starts exchanging, you can see that what starts happening is this chain reaction of the air actually starting to form these lines that are going above and each other. But then if we don't see air, how are we seeing this change? Something called refraction of light comes into play. Refraction is the process of bending light waves. And all that determines how the light comes into our eyes is the substance that it comes through. In this case, either hot air or cold air. If you can imagine these hot and cold layers of air actually exchanging constantly and the light passing through them, it actually isn't going straight. What it is doing is it's constantly bending through these layers. So because the light that is delivered then to our eyes was bent so many times before it came into our eyes, our brain automatically perceives the coming thing as a bit of vibrating. And so that's why it always seems a bit wavy. But if this is true, have you ever seen this happen with cold air?